بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. In this book, there are many interesting cases came. One was Fahad sent son of his bodyguard. Cases in the book. And about 20 to 25 doctors came. They brought him by air. A boy who they said that he is unconscious still for the last 5 days. So I bowed down before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I said, get out, everybody leave. So about 20 doctors outside, waiting in my room. I went in prostration before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I said, Ya Allah, I have come here to prove scientifically, though Holy Quran itself proves its authenticity, doesn't need anything, but yet I have accepted the challenge, and this is a very big challenge. To me, it looks the boy is dead. To me, it looks it is no sign of life. Please revive him. For sake of your honor, for sake of Holy Quran, please revive him. I stood up, where's the boy? I said, Qum biznillah. By the same word which is used by Jesus, son of Mary. Qum biznillah. He probably said, when he revived the dead girl, he said, Qummi biznillah. When I said that, the boy opened his eyes. When he opened his eyes was red with veins, and he couldn't see properly, as a matter of fact. And he grabbed me very tightly. Won't leave me. And then I knocked at the door. I said, come in. He came in. I said, please hold him. They held him. So, that boy was revived. Allah gave him. I know Allah gave him a new life. So there are many. I proved scientifically that the Freudist, the Zionist, it was the biggest conspiracy against mankind, and they were deliberately destroying mankind. They have established psychiatry against all the religion, against all the moralities, against all the humanistic values. What they say? I proved scientifically that Freudism is wrong, and that was printed. The report to complete the file, everything was printed, and even this is the announcement by the Saudi Arabian newspaper. The official newspaper. This is me, my picture, and Hussain al-Jazari, the health minister and director. This is the first time in the history the effects of Holy Quran on living and non-living things have been, human beings, are being proved and established. Quranic psychiatry and therapy clinics. And in Germantown Hospital, they told me, Sheikh, the day you will revive the brain dead, that will be something. So here they have patient, brain dead patient in Germantown Hospital. In this book you will see. I was in Pakistan at the time, and I was given this news that there is a patient who will be declared brain dead and who will be dead within 24 hours. I sent one of my students there, Dr. Abdul Wadud, and an assistant with him, to go there and give the treatment, to read over him, to read in his ears, to put a headphone with special. And they did it. And the man opened his eyes. And the following day he started talking. Dr. Davis was in charge of the case and other people. I told him to request him to please remove all these pipes and things going on, and I don't want that they should give them sedatives, but they refused. Anyway, for 5 days he was talking, he was moving his limbs, until I found out that they would not agree to my request. So I told Dr. Wadud, sit down, sit with him and read Surah Yasin, the chapter from Holy Quran, and tell him that now for him the time has come to go back. And he read the chapter of Surah Yasin, and that man went back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are hundreds of cases, The people lying in the hospital, bleeding from each cell, and that was stopped. The people, not being able to deliver the baby, they were immediately on the phone. I read the prayer, they delivered the baby. All over the United States, at least there are 13, 14 centers we are helping, and that's why people call me here. This is what is happening, and my research report was published, of course, but the latest edition was published along with the book by Dr. Bruce Wiseman. His book, Psychiatry, the Ultimate Betrayal. His book, Psychiatry, the Ultimate Betrayal, and my book, The Ultimate Fraud of the Freudist, in which I have given all the cases, how the people were healed, their pictures, record of the, file of the hospitals, all these things, how the people were healed and discharged. Of course, everybody didn't heal. I would say out of 100 patients, more than 50% were healed. Even schizophrenia, psychotic fitness, epilepsy, migraine.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Muhammad Rashid Abdul Haq, and I'm reporting for the International Quranic Open University on the miraculous recovery of Muhammad ibn Mahdi Abdullah, who was admitted to Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital in Binghamton, New York, after suffering from intense joint pain and body pain. He was diagnosed at birth with sickle cell anemia, a blood disease which modern science has still not found a cure for. He was admitted into ICU after his blood count was drastically low and his lungs began to fill with a solid substance. But they explained to Aisha Begum, Muhyuddin, his mother, or Love, that a bacteria had attached itself to the sickle cells and spread throughout the lungs. He was admitted into ICU.
That day in the hospital, the doctors came. They came to me and they told me that the next 48 hours was the critical hours for him. That they did all that they could do, and there's nothing else that they could do for him.
Love then contacted our university, the Quranic Therapy Unit, which is spread all over the United States and Canada. Our Imam, Sultan al-Sheikh Sayyid Mubarik Ali Shah Gilani al-Hashmi al-Hasni wal-Husseini, who keeps a hotline open for such emergencies, was contacted. He gave direction to Love to recite special healing ayat from the Holy Quran. His mother did as directed, and to the amazement of the entire ICU staff, medical staff, family and friends, the following x-rays showed that this bacteria and the solid substance in his lungs had totally disappeared. Ibn was discharged from the ICU unit to the recovery unit, and to the further amazement of the entire medical staff, he recovered within 5 days. The patient, who was once on life support and thought to be terminal, was now fully cured.
Look at you, you're holy. Let me get a picture of you.
No. Super. Super. You feel good?
How do you feel? You're going home.
This is only one of the many examples of the successes of Quranic therapy, or Gilani methodology. In fact, it has been practiced for over 25 years with success. In this book, Quranic Psychiatry, written by our Imam al-Sheikh Sayyid Mubarik Ali Shah Gilani, Dr. Waqdu is shown in this picture, in this photo, successfully completing treatment under the direction of our Imam Sheikh Sayyid Mubarik Ali Shah Gilani in a Germantown, Pennsylvania hospital. This is a brain-dead patient which was revived. Head neurologist Dr. Davis quoted that never in the history of medicine has a brain-dead patient been revived. Yet, this highly successful treatment has been suppressed. Western countries still do not practice science and still believe in their methodologies even though they do not work. However, the International Quranic Open University is still willing to open its clinics in the Western hospitals. Our doors are open, and in fact, we had offered Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital to open up a ward where the Gilani mythology can be applied to patients suffering from many incurable diseases.